Yeah, I see you, man. I see you, man. Big Philly, big business this year, man. Good morning. Welcome back. Salute to all the NBA communities. You guys are now rocking with the best, man. This is the best of seven sports talk. I'm your host, as always, the kid Seven Mitchell. Got a special guest with me today. Please get familiar with my brother because I plan on you guys seeing him a lot this upcoming NBA season. He has a dope NBA channel. Mario, introduce yourself, man. I appreciate you. Let the people know where they can follow you and what you got going on before we get into this morning's show, because we got a classic on the way.
Yeah, man. First of all, thank you, Seven, for having me on your show. I'm very appreciative of that. I'm Mario. I'm from Mario NBA a la Chilena. That's my channel. I mostly do my thing on Spanish, but I also try to do some content in English as well. So they can follow me on Instagram, Mario NBA a la Chilena, and on my YouTube channel is NBA a la Chilena. I'm from Chile, obviously. That's a country here in South America, and I'm a great fan of Seven. He does a great work, so I'm very glad to be here, man. Thank you.
Yeah, man, the pleasure is all mine. Now, Mario, like you said, you do things in English and in Spanish. Do you see a difference on YouTube as far as support when you're doing your NBA talk? Do you feel like there's a certain demographic that shows more support, or be locked in or tapped into your channel more, or is it kind of balanced?
No, I think obviously most of my audience is from a Spanish speaking country.
Okay.
I've been gaining some followers from the US, from another countries, but most of the times, people that watch my content is from a Spanish speaking country.
Yeah, Mario has some great content when it comes to the National Basketball Association. People, y'all already know I don't co-sign nothing that's not official. And trust me, man, my guy's legit. What kind of got you started into, talking about the NBA, or how long of a fan have you been, Mario, of basketball?
Man, when I grew up, I was mostly a soccer fan, because obviously here in Chile and in South America, soccer is the biggest sport. But I would say a couple of years ago, like maybe 10 years ago, I started watching the NBA. I started watching Undisputed. I started watching First Take.
Okay.
Obviously, I'm an English teacher. I studied English pedagogy, so it was a great opportunity for me to get better at English, obviously, by watching pro sports talk and different channels around the YouTube world. But mostly I try to, I did a study. I try to do studying different perspectives, like Skip Bayless, Stephen A. And when I gain, I think, a lot of information and knowledge, then I decided to create my YouTube channel with a friend of mine, Damian. We started from the bottom, with no video, just audio, and I started my YouTube page last playoff. When the playoff started last year, that's when I created my YouTube channel.
That's dope, bro. That's dope. Give me 1 second. That's fire, man. So I do appreciate you once again, man, coming through. We got a dope show on the menu. So let's get things kicked off. No question, man. Let's start off with the jersey that you have on, because your Philadelphia 76ers, bro, have made some power moves in the offseason, in my opinion, with the addition of PJ Tucker, the addition of Montrezl Harrell. Those guys are really not all-stars, but they make that team tougher. Yeah, and when you look at the demise of the Boston Celtics, everything that they're going through, Philly, in my eyes, look to be clearly a top 3 team coming out of the Eastern Conference. If they wasn't before, most definitely now. What's your thoughts on the moves that Philly has been making, and how do you project their season to be if everything goes aligned and health, remains not an issue?
Yeah, man. For me, this is the year that the Philadelphia 76ers they have to get closer to the NBA Finals, closer to the Eastern Conference Finals. They haven't been there since Allen Iverson in 2001, I guess. So for me, as you said, they got DeAnthony Melton, they got PJ Tucker, they got Montrezl Harrell, they got House as well. It was like an old school Rockets reunion with Daryl Morey there, obviously. But for me, if this is the year, I can't trust Joel Embiid anymore if he can't deliver this year. Sometimes I think that he's too worried about the MVP, too worried about accolades, too worried about personal recognition. But to me, with the roster that they got this year, and I don't know if you saw the clip where Doug Rivers is talking to James Harden.
Yeah, about being a leader and about the responsibilities and things that need to happen on the court. I did peep that. You brought up a good point about Joel Embiid maybe needing to, take outside his mental, those individual accolades, especially when we talk about the MVP race towards the end of the season. Some people feel like he got robbed 2 out of the last 3 seasons. On the flip side, though, do you not think that he uses that for drive to make him play better?
Like winning the MVP and the scoring title?
Yeah. Do you think, like, even though it's an individual accolade, do you think that the thought of him being able to get it helps him play better in the second half of the season, or you think it's actually a distraction?
I would have to say that to me, it's like a distraction because he's like putting himself over the team. I'm not saying that it's bad that he's trying to get an MVP or a scoring title, but to me, he's got to focus more on the championship. At the end of the day, great players are judged by what they do in the playoff, not in the regular season. So for me, the most important thing for me is that he has to stay healthy. He has to try to play as much games as he can and be a leader. To me, that's one of the main things that I think Joel Embiid can improve this year by being a great leader. And there are no more distractions, no more Ben Simmons. I'm rocking the Ben Simmons jersey. So for me, this is the year for them to make it at least to the Eastern Conference Finals, if not the NBA Finals.
Now, speaking of Ben Simmons, man, revenge was set to go down last night as the Philadelphia 76ers played the Brooklyn Nets yesterday. And this was Ben Simmons' first time, I believe, in a Brooklyn Nets uniform. First time we've seen Ben Simmons play in about 470 days. Damn. He finished the night off with 6 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds, and a steal. He was 3 for 6 from the field. I believe he played like 16 minutes. I don't know if you saw the game or not last night, Mario, but what do you think Ben Simmons' impact is going to be for Brooklyn this upcoming year? Because it looked like those guys are going to try to make things work when we talk about Kyrie and Kevin Durant and the rest of the gang sticking together. What do you think Ben Simmons' impact is going to be?
Yeah, last night I watched like the first half because obviously yesterday we got Monday Night Football. I'm a huge football fan.
Okay.
So I watched the first half of the Brooklyn Nets against the Philadelphia 76ers. Undeniably, Ben Simmons is going to have an impact. I like what he did yesterday on the defensive side. Obviously, he's known for his talent and his skills on the defensive side. But one of the things that I really, really, really didn't like was the fact that he is like looking to pass the ball. It's like he's not
aggressive enough. He's not aggressive enough. And you would think for all the stuff that went down in Philly, especially in that last game, the elimination game where he passed up the shot, I was under the impression that even if he make or miss the shots last night, he was going to be very aggressive. I thought he was going to be shooting 3-pointers. I thought everything that we criticized Ben Simmons for, he was going to get in his bag last night and show it, against the 76ers, even though the game didn't count. So I agree with you, bro. I was disappointed that he kind of played passive aggressive. I thought he should have just turned it up a little bit last night.
And it's like he doesn't have a post-up game. to me, like he's very limited in terms of the offensive side. He's like Rudy Gobert, not that bad offensively, but he did some nice things yesterday. He did like a couple of dunks. But to me, in my mind, what KD and Kyrie are thinking is like, man, come on, man, we're gonna give you the ball, and at least you gotta do something with the ball. Don't try to pass the ball all the time. Try to attack the rim. Be aggressive, play physical. He's like, for me, he plays like he's 6'3", 6'4", even though he's 6'10". To me, come on, man, you gotta be aggressive, man.
Let me ask you this, Mario, because I remember in the offseason, I had discussions about what role, what position would Ben play with Brooklyn. And some people felt like because he is a good facilitator, he would be good at point guard, even though you got Kyrie. And on the scoring aspect, that takes the ball out of Kyrie Irving's hands and Kyrie can score. But I feel like Kyrie Irving's strength, his true power, is breaking down defenses, breaking down double teams. Kyrie's not going to be able to display his best power if he doesn't have the ball in his hand. Yeah. So do you think that Brooklyn can still be successful taking the basketball out of Kyrie's hands and letting Ben Simmons be more of a floor general because of the point that you made about him not being that great offensively?
Yeah, we saw that yesterday. That was a positive aspect or a positive takeaway that I can take from this game. To me, Kyrie can be as effective as he was in the past. But one thing that I like that Ben Simmons is having the ball, is being a floor general, as you said, is that Kyrie maybe doesn't get tired if he's handling the ball all the time, trying to bring the ball up past half court. So to me, a positive aspect of Ben Simmons being a point guard is that maybe Kyrie will not get as tired as in the past because he's used to having the ball all the time. We know that he's a great scorer. As KD, a 50-40-90 member of that club. But to me, it's going to be a lot of work, man. A lot of work they have to do in Brooklyn. To me, this is also the opportunity and the last chance of motherfucking Steve Nash, man. Come on, man. I'm tired of seeing him on the bench doing nothing. To me, it's like, come on, man. You got to do something.
Do you think that they'll make a move when it comes to Steve Nash before the season is out? I mean, do you think that, because I don't see Brooklyn being so bad or having such a losing record that they'll be forced to get rid of the coach. But right now, bro, I don't believe Steve Nash is the right fit to be the head coach, coaching people like Kyrie, KD, the rest of the guys, especially when you know deep down inside Kevin Durant didn't want you there.
Yeah. And
so do you really think it's going to last with Steve Nash there for the year?
I mean, Steve Nash is he's being, how can I say it? He's being protected by Sean Marks and the front office. But to me, a great candidate to coach the Brooklyn Nets is Ime Udoka. I don't know if you mentioned that. To me, the greatest candidate is Ime Udoka, man. And I think not going off topic too much, but I think that's one of the main reasons why the Boston Celtics didn't fire him, because Boston knew if they fired Ime Udoka, most probably he's gonna land on Brooklyn.
I did not really think about that, and we definitely got to talk about Ime Udoka, but that is very interesting because I did read some reasons why Boston didn't fire Ime at this time. You know, money definitely is a situation and involvement, but you're absolutely right. If Ime was to go on the market before the season start, I could definitely see, teams in their same division or at least in the Eastern Conference trying to pick him up. We're going to talk about Ime though in the show a little bit later on, because I'm not sure if he's actually going to be a head coach again.
Yeah, that's a fucked up situation.
Yeah, it's crazy. I want to get your thoughts on that. But getting back to, last night's performance from Ben Simmons and stuff, there was some other guys that returned after a long hiatus. Kawhi Leonard.
A lot of them.
Yeah, Kawhi Leonard played last night for the first time in over 400 and something days. I want to run down this list to you, Mario, real quick. These are NBA stars who are returning after missing all of last year. I want you to tell me, who do you think out of this list is going to be the most impactful player for their team this upcoming season? We have Kawhi Leonard, who was out last year, who's been returning. Zion Williamson from the Pelicans, Ben Simmons, of course, who we just discussed from Brooklyn, Jamal Murray from Denver is going to be coming back to help Joker try to get over the hump. Also, John Wall, new acquisition from the Clippers, pairing up with Kawhi as well as Paul George, and last but not least, James Wiseman from the Golden State Warriors. Who do you think is going to have the biggest impact next season from all those guys that are returning?
To me, this is an easy question. It's got to be Kawhi. During this offseason, we saw how good he looked physically. So to me, beast. Kawhi to me is going to be the most impactful player on his team. In this case, the Clippers. They got a great chance. To me, the same as Philadelphia, maybe to get to the Western Conference Finals. They did that like 2 years ago, but in this case, Kawhi is going to be healthy. I do not expect Kawhi to play 82 games. I do not expect Kawhi to play 70 games. But the same as Joel Embiid, great players are judged in the postseason. So Kawhi's got to stay healthy. Again, maybe same thing as Joel Embiid. Try to be a better leader. Try to rally the troops and try to make an impact, because there's a lot of players like KD, Kyrie that only want to hoop. They are hoopers. They don't want to be leaders. They don't want to lead the team. But I think that's a very important thing regarding these top tier players. Like to me, Kawhi is going to be the most impactful player.
So the regular season, for the most part, when it comes to the guys on this list, we shouldn't really be pressed about the numbers. Throughout the regular season, you're saying we basically should be focused in on the health and the chemistry aspect. But as far as numbers and production, we should expect to see the best from these guys in the playoffs. Yeah.
One player that I don't like, or maybe that's too harsh, but to me, it's like a little bit overrated, is Jamal Murray. Come on, man. He's been out like for almost a year, right? 2 years, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, he about a year and a half.
Yeah, to me, it's like, come on, man.
You got Jamal being overrated. I think his teammate is the overrated one. I'm not a fan of Joker, bro. I'm sorry. I am not a fan of Joker.
He's a great player, one of the great passers as a center. But to me, it's like, it doesn't convince me. Yeah. Too many young players like Jokic, Murray, Porter Jr. They added Bruce Brown. They added KCP. But to me, there is something there that needs to click in order for them to be successful.
When I look at this list, Mario, there is one name that definitely gives me cause to pause. I feel like it's do or die, and maybe I'm overreacting, but I feel like Zion Williamson, he has to show up this season, bro.
He's
looking like a bust to me. Yeah, his whole career.
Yeah,
he got to show up, bro.
Even though we can be as great as fans of Zion, but what he has done on the floor is not like to what it doesn't match the hype that he when he entered the league. We saw him in high school killing some little white folks, but then in the NBA, it's been, as you have said, he looks like more of a bust instead of a superstar, of a great player, of a franchise player.
If you could do it all over again, man, I'm pretty sure people would draft Ja Morant over Zion. You know, Zion went number one, and we ain't really seen much of nothing, but we see what Ja Morant has done for the Memphis Grizzlies.
Do you think that maybe him being drafted there in New Orleans? Do you think maybe if he would have gone to another team with maybe better players or whatever, do you think that maybe that situation could have been different?
Bro, that is a very interesting question, Mario. And I'm going to say maybe, because I like the core that New Orleans had and has today as far as players. But I don't get the vibe from any of those players or the coaches that would hold Zion responsible to make sure that he's in shape and condition from last year, 2 years ago, moving forward. So maybe if he was with another team that had more tough guys in the locker room, that would
Miami, maybe.
Yeah, Miami. Though that type of environment, that makes you hold yourself accountable for things on the court and off the court. That may actually been a problem, was the lack of discipline that he was getting from the higher ups in New Orleans, because he's a number one draft pick, and from his part too. But he's young, you know what I mean? So
he's 22.
I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. But you got to have people over top of you that's going to kind of school you, break you down, and kind of humble you and let you know what should be happening, what not should be happening. And I think by them losing Anthony Davis, and it seemed like there was no future for New Orleans, they get the number one draft pick. So it's pretty much Zion's show. But if he would have went to another team that had a little bit more toughness in the locker room, you might be right. We may be seeing a different Zion. So it's iffy.
Yeah, because there was a lot of hype him going to New York fans. They always want the biggest star on the market. It happened with LeBron. It happened with KD. It happened with Kyrie. But come on, it's like he
couldn't go to Golden State and play. He couldn't play with Draymond and Steph and them, and they would allow him to just not, work out and be conditioned. Kevin Durant wouldn't go for that.
Yeah,
Kawhi wouldn't go for that.
They are trying to help you get better. They are not asking you something like, they are not asking you to go to college and get a degree. They are asking you to be in shape, to be disciplined, to be part of the team. Like we saw what CJ McCollum said when he was traded to the Pelicans, that that Zion didn't message him. So obviously there in the Pelicans, they only got CJ McCollum as a veteran. But to me, I agree with most of you have said, man.
Let's talk about the LA Lakers real briefly, man. Now, LeBron James and Pat Bev last night.
Damn.
I don't know what happened last night, man. These guys shot a pathetic 1 for 12 from the field. LeBron
lost
was
by
30,
7. Right?
Yeah, they lost by like 30 points to the Sacramento Kings. LeBron was 0 for 7 from the field. Pat Bev was 1 for 5. Russell Westbrook was the only player to shoot over 50%. However, Mario, there's reports coming out from Bleacher Report. The trade rumors are still going on with Russ. There's a report that the Lakers are seriously considering sending Russ and their 2 unprotected first-round picks to the Pacers for Miles Turner and Buddy Hield. What's your reaction, bro, to this whole drama with Russell and the Lakers? Is it best to just part ways? Do you feel like the Lakers are kind of disrespecting Russell with all these rumors and they not shutting it down? What do you think about everything when it comes to LA?
Yeah, when it comes to LA, my first thought about Russell Westbrook is, come on, man, you're a grown ass man. You don't need to be you don't need an organization to cuddle you. You're a grown ass man. You don't need people to say good things about you, to say that you're gonna be the starter, that Russ is a great player, and blah blah blah. To me, Russ, he's been an issue, obviously, but to me, the Lakers need to get rid of him as soon as possible. I'm not a great fan of Russell Westbrook, and I have never been. So to me, Russ he has to show mental toughness, man. We've seen a lot from him. The 2K ratings, he had like a 78
76,
rating.
78. It was terrible. Yeah, they did him dirty.
Yeah. And we also saw the CBS top 100 players. He was like 98. To me, it's like I'm not saying that they need to be tough with him, but maybe there's not another option to make this thing work. Westbrook has to be better. But at the end of the day, if it doesn't fit with the team, they gotta move on, man.
I wish there was something better out there automatically that would put the Lakers in a better position. I do like Buddy Hield. I do like Miles Turner. I do think they would help the Lakers if they were able to, get on the ball club. But at the end of the day, because you have a new head coach and Coach Ham, I think Rob Pelinka owes it to LeBron, AD, Russell, and the new coach to give it a try.
Yeah.
To give it an honest try. Maybe not all the way to the All-Star break, maybe to Christmas. But we got to see and be patient and figure out, what is what. What we witnessed last night, bro, did scare me. I know the game didn't count, but playing like that, shooting like that.
So many young players.
Yeah, man, I don't know.
Shooting air balls. Do you think that Russell Westbrook is a winning player?
I think Russell Westbrook is a winning player. I don't know if Russell Westbrook is the reason the team is going to win the championship.
Yeah, that's a great point, man. That's a great point.
And I don't know what team he would fit in with systematically that his attributes would help them win the championship. He got the skills, but I think teams that he could help win a championship don't need him because they got somebody at his position already that works well with their team. So I don't want to call him a loser, but it's hard to kind of gauge where could you put Russ to win the Larry O'Brien trophy. I'm not sure, bro.
Yeah, he's not a first option. He's not a second option. He has to accept that he's a third option, and they got a maybe a real possibility to win the championship if the Lakers they gel. But to me, Russell is closer to being a loser player instead of a winning player.
Absolutely. LeBron James. Let's talk about LeBron briefly. Just to get let's get your thoughts real quick, Mario. If he does surpass Kareem for the all-time score in the NBA this season, what does that do for the LeBron James GOAT argument, if anything?
Well, in my case, that doesn't make much. To me, it's a huge record to have. Don't get me wrong. That's a huge record to hold. But to me, if you can't do it on a winning team, it's gonna go to the trash. It's like people are gonna remember LeBron being all-time leading scorer, but they are also gonna remember that last year he didn't make the playoffs. Maybe this year the Lakers are not gonna make the playoffs. So LeBron to me is like he doesn't need anything to prove to nobody. He's a pantheon player. He's one of the greatest players of all time. But to me, and one of the things that I'm concerned with him being one of the highest IQ players in the history of the game, he's gotta realize that maybe these two of last 3 years are gonna be like declining, and that's a tough situation for him to be, because in one part you have the Lakers, they gave you an extension, they almost gave you $100 million, but I'm pretty sure he still wants to win another ring, so it's a tough situation for him to be in.
Now, I thought we were going to have a nice show, a nice, decent, smooth show. I got my man Mario here. This is his first time on the Best of 7 Sports Talk. I thought we were going to have a nice, decent, smooth, clean show. But now, I got to talk to the bosses, Mario, because I'm hearing some disrespect coming from you when it comes to the king. So let's rewind this a little bit, because when I asked you this question about does it help his argument to surpass as the GOAT, you said no for the most part.
Yeah.
So let me be clear for the American public. Who is the greatest of all time according to you?
MJ, man. Easy.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Ah! Mario
Even
has
Kobe,
done
man.
it.
Even Kobe, man.
Kobe what?
I had Kobe
Above
right
LeBron?
behind. Yeah. I mean, we can make a differentiation. LeBron as a player by himself can be better than Kobe, but in terms of winning, I'm a great fan of winning. Obviously,
I got to put
LeBron.
my thinking cap on. I got to put my thinking cap on.
Yeah,
really,
man.
Mario? Really?
I'm even more a fan of Kobe than Jordan, but I have to give it to Jordan, man. He's the GOAT.
Listen, RIP to the Black Mamba. Shout out to Kobe. You know Kobe wasn't better than LBJ. If Kobe is your favorite or more of a favorite to you, I understand that. I can respect that. But you're going to put Kobe Bean Bryant over LeBron James all time?
Yeah, man. I mean, if LeBron ends with 4 rings, it's going to be a huge disappointment, man. With all the hype, listen to me. He's one of the highest IQ players in the history of the game, if not the highest. He's the most athletic player in the history of the game. He's been healthy for like 16, 17 years. What more can I say?
3 franchises to the championship.
But only 4 rings. Come on,
Olympics.
man.
He's went 11, 12 times to the finals, though, Mario. Like, where's the respect? Where's the love?
I think I lost respect for LeBron when he lost to the Mavericks. That was, come on, man. That was trash.
Wait a minute. So you lost, wait a minute. Wait a minute. So in 2011, you lost respect for LeBron, but you didn't lose respect for D Wade?
Oh, come on, man. D Wade is not even in the conversation. It's like D Wade, that's a great player, but
oh, Dwayne Wade gets a pass? Wait a minute.
No. But who's the best player on that team? Who's the best player in the league? The league.
Thank you. So then I'm confused, Mario, because if you lost respect for LeBron in 2011, then he comes back the following year, wins his first championship and wins an MVP, and then comes back again in 2013, wins another NBA Finals. I think he won MVP in 2013. I think Derrick Rose
back-to-back MVP and back-to-back titles.
Okay, yeah. You didn't gain the respect back from that?
But that I listened to Brian Windhorst. He's a great LeBron apologist. And you know, he was on the same high school as LeBron, St. Vincent, St. Mary, and the new narrative that the LeBroneros have, the LeBron supporters have, is they are saying that every time LeBron lost in the finals, he made a big comeback, and that helped him a lot. The different losses, but to me, come on, man. Once you win, that's why to me Jordan is the greatest player of all time, because he set a new standard. Before Jordan, no one have won a three-peat. Only Bill Russell in the 60s, if I'm not mistaken. He won 3 in a row. Then he did it again. And to me, LeBron, if LeBron would have won 4 in a row, to me, he's the undisputed GOAT, man. Undisputed, man. But
wait a minute.
LeBron, what has LeBron to show, man? He has a fucking back-to-back, the same as Hakeem Olajuwon, the same as Isaiah Thomas, the same as Kobe with Paul. LeBron, come on, man. You only have a back-to-back? Come on, man. That's too little to be considered the GOAT, man.
I got
only a back-to-back.
I gotta find Maverick Carter's email address. I need somebody give me Maverick Carter's email address. I need to email these guys and apologize for allowing Mario to come up here on this show and be so disrespectful to King James. So he wants to bring up the whole point about Jordan getting 2 3-peats. Okay, salute to MJ on that. Okay, along with Phil Jackson, Scottie Pippen, and the rest of the gang. Did we not watch LeBron James win back-to-back titles in Miami, take them to the championship 4 straight years, took the Cleveland Cavaliers to the championship back in 2007?
How many did he promise? When he went to Miami, how many did he promise?
Not 3, not 4. Yes.
Not 5. Come on, man.
But he okay. So what about going back to Cleveland? Cleveland, Ohio, bro.
LeBron is a
being
business,
down
man.
3-1 to a 73-9 team on the road in a game 7, giving Cleveland the first championship in sports in over 50 years.
Yeah.
Then goes to Los Angeles and wins another championship the same year that Kobe Bryant dies and the pandemic hits. And they got to play in a bubble. He wins a championship then. Whatever. You think Michael Jordan could have went to 3 franchises and won 3 titles and won titles for 3 franchises?
No, because they were different times. I have to give LeBron credit for being for having the power player empowered man to do that. I applaud him, but to me, I think I consider or one of the main aspects of a player when I'm considering him the GOAT is like being in the same franchise, man. For like LeBron had the opportunity to, I'm not going to say that I'm not expecting LeBron to be in the Cavs all his career, but in terms of legacy, I think that jumping from one team to another is going to affect his legacy.
Wow. And
I have a question for you.
I have an answer. Who's
the turnover leader in the history of basketball?
You want to play my man LeBron like that? We want to. If that's what we doing today here on the Best of 7, we want to talk.
That's the first question. I got 2 for you.
What's the second one? This got to be LeBron.
Yeah.
But what's his usage rate? What's LeBron usage rate? I expect him to turn the ball over when he holds the ball more than anybody else.
People criticize Russell Westbrook for turning the ball over, but they don't criticize LeBron the same way. But
why is that though, Mario? Let's be complete.
Because
LeBron makes better decisions overall than Russell, right?
Better than Westbrook. Yeah, he's one of the greatest passers of all time, LeBron. But the second question that I got for you, who's the player that has missed most shots in NBA history?
Ooh, what player has the most missed shot attempts?
Yeah.
In NBA history. During the modern era.
Yeah. We talk about it.
Regular season and postseason included.
Yeah, or maybe
I would have to go with Kobe.
I don't have that. Yeah, Kobe. Yeah,
it has to be Kobe.
Yeah,
Kobe
it's
putting
Kobe.
That basketball up.
People criticize Kobe for being like a real
hawk.
shooter. Yeah, ball hog. This season is not going to happen, but this next season, 2023-2024, guess who is going to pass Kobe for the most missed shots in NBA history?
Who?
LeBron.
What?
They are going to say then? Wait
a minute. Because if I'm not mistaken, if I got my numbers right, LeBron is about to surpass, I don't want to say Magic Johnson, but when it comes to all-time assists, LeBron is doing something in that category as well.
Yeah.
You want to play with LBJ this year, Mario. I can tell this 76th season of the NBA is going to be a special one, man. Mario and I are going to have so many debates. I can tell this is going to be one of these years, man, in the NBA. I cannot wait, man. Mario, I appreciate you coming on board to the show, man. About to get up out of here. Please, once again, let everybody know where they can follow you at and tune into your show.
Yeah, man. Thanks for the opportunity. They can find me on my YouTube channel. It's called NBA a la Chilena. I'm obviously from Chile. And my Instagram is Mario NBA a la Chilena. They can find me there. We can do some collaborations. As I've said before, I mostly do my content in Spanish, but I also, in the last couple of months, I've been doing content in English. I also do dubbing.
Okay.
Yeah, I the interviews, obviously I translated to Spanish with my voice over the interview. So that has been a great that's been a great content. People really like it.
Nice. Real creative, real creative. Before we sign off, I do have one more topic for you, Mario, just to get your brief opinion when it comes to Brittney Griner.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, a Russian court has set Brittney Griner's appeal hearing for October the 25th. Now, we know about the conviction that she got, about 9 years for the charges that she got. She's been detained since February. Her appeal hearing is set for this month, October the 25th. Really what I wanted to know before we get up out of here from you, Mario, realistically, do you see this appeal going in the favor of Brittney Griner this month? Do you see her coming home? And what's the realization of her having a WNBA career moving forward?
Well, that's a tough topic to discuss, but to me, a lot of smoke has been blown over this situation. He has to be held accountable for what he did. I'm not hopeful that he's gonna come back to the States. We also saw 6ix9ine trolling her in Russia, but it's a difficult topic, man. But for me, he has to accept what she did and move on from that. It's like sometimes people with money, people with fame have a lot of privilege, but to me, sometimes they gotta pay, man, and that's a tough situation.
Yeah, this is a real tough situation, and I'm not saying that Brittney shouldn't get a pass she should get a pass because of what she did, but and I understand different countries got different rules and regulations, but what she was sentenced for in comparison to what she had is just ridiculous. It's real fucked up, and she's been in prison this long, and the lack of support that she really gotten from our country has just been iffy. I've seen a lot of comments of people feeling like she got what she deserved and they really don't want her back. So we see in people true colors. I, however, don't think that she's going to ever play in the WNBA again. I think that is a done deal. And it's kind of sad because she was definitely one of the rising superstars in that league, someone that was going to be able to carry the torch or assist with carrying the torch once people like Candace Parker and them left out. But I don't think that she's going to ever suit up again in the WNBA. But I hope this do work out for her, regardless of what the circumstances is. If she still has to be detained, I would just prefer it to be in the United States, like having her in Russia.
That's a great way.
For a decade for that little bit of stuff, like it's just out of pocket. But
can I say something? A little something?
Sure.
I didn't remember that he was almost drafted by the Dallas Mavericks. That was a discussion to bring her to play in the NBA.
Really? But I didn't know that.
Yeah. Mark Cuban said when she was in Baylor, when she was eligible for the draft, that he was considering drafting her in the second round.
Wow. Well, free VG, man.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. Mario, again, I appreciate you, bro. I did want to talk about Ime Udoka. I forgot about the Ime Udoka topic, but I do plan on joining your show very soon. Man. The next time you'll have me on, so maybe we can chop it up about Ime, Nia Long, and that whole Boston Celtics scandal on your show. But this is the Best of 7 Sports Talk, man. I'm Seven Mitchell. Salute to everybody out there in the live stream. Big up again to the NBA community. Be sure to check out this podcast, the Best of 7 Sports Talk, available on all listening platforms. and follow me everywhere on social media. I do follow back, and I appreciate the support. Big up again to my brother Mario. I'm Seven Mitchell with the Best of Seven Sports Talk, and we are signing off. Peace, y'all.
Okay, now AR with the cooler kick. Keep street, we run this shit. Fell back after run it up. Then my last bitch, she was dumb as fuck. Hop out, get the spraying something. Cause my last ox wasn't saying nothing. Whole stunting, big pimpin', whole hunting. 38 with the cooler kid in the mall with me like Joe Budden. These hoes front.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.